morning, everyone, and happy Monday. Wow. Days are hard. So last week I was able to read my 2 books a week, which I'm really excited about. So I want to try and keep that up this week. So for my physical read, I'm going to be reading Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Groudon. I actually haven't gotten the chance to start this yet, but I'm hoping sometime later today I will be able to. But I did already start my audiobook, so I'm going off of my TBR for my audiobook because I was just trying to find something that was available on Scribd, and the only one, actually, I don't think there really was anything that was available on Scribd for me for my audiobooks on my TBR. So I just ended up going completely off, and where is it? I picked The Key to Happily Ever After by Tiff Marcello. So this is an adult romance. I had already started this, which is kind of why I ended up continuing with it. I don't think it's going to take me very long to listen to, but I'm probably about an hour in. I don't have my phone on me, so I can't check, but yeah. So like I mentioned, this is an adult romance, but it is all about sisters who end up taking over their parents' wedding planning business. So you follow each of these sisters on their own romantic journeys while they're planning weddings. It's so cute. I'm quite enjoying it so far. And then Wolf by Wolf is weird. So the concept for this is that World War II ended up ending very differently than it actually did in reality. So it's an alternate history story where Hitler survived, and now there's this motorcycle race where if you win the race you get to meet him, and the main character of this was in a death camp, so she wants to try and win this race to meet Hitler and kill him. So I feel like there's going to be a lot happening. There's like skin shifting in it, like a lot happening, but I have read a book by this author before and I enjoyed it, so I'm excited to start this one. This week I also need to kind of make a plan for going forward. I have been trying to learn how to work from home, and I've been doing it for a while now, but like it's not easy. I find myself struggling with time management, and I know you guys always like think that I rock time management and I do a really good job with it, but I don't, and I want to be better at it. So I think I'm going to try and make a more structured schedule for the week going forward. So I guess that will be something that I'll do today. One thing that I started really getting into last week is going to the gym. I've always gone to the gym, but like last week I started getting into making my own workout plans. I've worked with a personal trainer before, but now I'm starting to do stuff on my own, like weight training, and that's something I never thought I'd be able to do on my own, but I'm actually really enjoying it and enjoying putting these plans together. So that has actually been taking up quite a bit of my time because I've become kind of addicted to it, but I also have some editing stuff to do for a twin travel novel this week because I got some feedback for before submission, so I have a few loose ends to tie up before going on submission. So that's definitely something that I'm going to have to do in the next couple of days. And then I wanted to get some videos planned so then I can film at some point. I feel like I say that every week, but like I just want to have some videos planned out so then whenever I kind of get the urge to film, I can do some filming. But right now I just have those video ideas, but I don't actually have like the books or anything like that planned. So I guess that will be a thing to do. Oh, also, I got a book last week, but I never actually showed you guys. So I went to my local bookstore and I picked up Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. I haven't even read Kingdom of Ash yet, but I picked this up. So this is Sarah J. Maas's first adult fantasy. That's all I know about it. I knew I was going to read it, so I was like, I don't need to know anything else. And I would actually really like to read this soon. I'm just kind of afraid to because it's like 900 pages. Oh my god, that is beautiful. But it's so big that I'm like, I don't know if I want to take something like this on right now, or if I want to wait a little bit for when I feel a little bit more comfortable with fantasy. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I want to just like cold turkey go into it, but I guess we'll see. I know next week, I think it's next week, my sister is coming down and visiting, so I'm probably not going to be able to get a lot of reading done that week. So if I can kind of get to some bigger books or kind of push myself to maybe get 4 books done this week, it's not going to happen. But like if I can kind of like have that goal in mind, that would be cool. But I don't really know what's gonna end up happening. I do know I have some stuff that I need to get done right now, so I'm gonna get to that. So I got kind of distracted along the way for doing some work, but I ended up doing some book shopping, which was unexpected. But what happened was I got the email from Indigo for their deals of the week, and I saw that they had rom-coms for 30% off, which I have Plum Plus, so I get an extra 10% off on top of that. So then it ends up being like 40% off. And then for the teen books, they have 25% off of some pre-orders. So I'll get 10% off on top of that as well. And you also get 500 bonus Plum points for some of them. So I was like, because I have $20 in Plum points right now and I'm kind of close to 50. If you're Canadian, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, basically I ended up, like, I haven't really bought many books this year. I have bought, where is it? I bought The King of Crows by Libbre, which is the finale to The Diviners. And then the only other book that I bought this year is Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. And those I consider, like, I have bought some books for videos, but those I'm kind of setting aside. So I've been super good, but now I have a cart that is $265. Nice. But for pre-orders, they don't charge me until the book actually comes out. So like, whatever. But here is the situation that is happening. This I don't even have the first book to, but like the cover's so pretty and I do want the first book that I kind of want it. But we have the Falling in Love montage by Sierra Smith, Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron, Verona Comics by Jennifer Dugan, Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo, I think is how you say it. Actually, I've read both of her books, but I really liked With the Fire on High. Then we have Set Fire to the Gods by Sarah Rosh and Kristen Simmons, The Betrothed by Kiera Cass, which I'm super excited for. I don't even know when any of these come out. You Say It First by Katie Cotugno, Sisters of Sword and Song by Rebecca Ross, The Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, which is so freaking expensive, which is such BS, but whatever. Crescent City I'm actually repurchasing, which I'm going to return the copy that I got just because it's cheaper here and I would like to save some money. So yeah. The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren. Super pumped for this. Obviously I'm going to get it. I was supposed to get a copy, like an arc of it, but it never showed up, which is really sad. Undercover Bromance by Elisa K. Adams. I just read the Bromance book club and loved it, so I definitely need this one. Beach Read by Emily Henry. Sounds super cute, and I think, I don't know if they just have the same name, but this is one of the authors of the Sherlock Holmes thing, Charlotte Holmes. I don't know if they just have the same name. It's not like that unique of a name, so that might be the case, but whatever. And then The Marriage Game by Sarah Desai. And then I have a cookbook. I have an In a Garden cookbook. So that's like super cheap though, compared to the regular price. So yeah, this is happening right now. It probably shouldn't, but it is, whatever. A couple of these books I am kind of debating taking off and like waiting to see if they show up on Book Outlet, because that's what I've been trying to do, but I also kind of want to get them. I really should not be book shopping right now. I have other stuff to do, so I should get back to that. Hello, so it is Monday night and didn't do a lot today. I had an appointment that I went to the gym, and then I made dinner, but the dinner didn't really turn out that well. I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just like the first recipe in a while that I didn't really care for, and it was also spicy, and neither my boyfriend or myself can handle spice, so we ended up ordering something instead. But when I was waiting for my appointment, I was able to start this book, and I'm glad that I did. So I got 40 pages into it and I'm looking forward to reading more. It's definitely interesting. I didn't anticipate it to be told between then and now. I didn't think we'd get excerpts from when she was a prisoner at the death camp, and that's a nice addition. I also, for some reason, when I thought of alternate history, I thought this was going to be far in the future, which is kind of stupid on my part. That doesn't really make sense, but it's in the 50s, so it's like pretty close following the end of World War II, but I like the fact that there's a lot of different things that are brought into it from that conflict, like the Pacific Theater is even dealt with, so there's a lot of fallout, obviously, if the war had ended in a different way, and it seems to me like most of the bases are covered, if not all of them. I mean, I wouldn't know if they weren't because I'm not that kind of reader. I'm not really like detail oriented, but it seems well researched in my opinion. The action is starting to pick up at the point where I'm at. I will say I'm really stupid. So she skin shifts. This is in the synopsis, so it's not a spoiler, but she is skin shifting to pretend to be the, oh, also the skin shifting makes sense now. I thought it seemed out of place in the synopsis, but I get it based on the first few pages. Like, you're really thrown into the story, which I liked that a lot. But anyway, she's skin shifting to try and look like one of the previous victors of the race that she's going to compete in. So her name is Adele Wolf, but they call her Victor Wolf, and I'm so stupid because they're talking about her brothers, and I thought that Victor Wolf was a different person. I thought it was a brother or something, and it took me like a while to figure out that they were talking about her. So that was kind of like a dumb moment, but I might have some time to read a little bit more before bed, which would be nice. I'm not entirely sure. I think we're supposed to watch a movie, but right now I'm just kind of working on some other things, and then I will get back to reading this tomorrow for sure because it definitely has me hooked. I also was listening to more of my audiobook while I was making dinner. That didn't turn out. Actually, I want to see how far I am in the audiobook. My new chair is so staticky. It keeps on hurting me. Like, it hurts a lot. I'm enjoying my audiobook. I like the fact that it's focusing on the older sister and the younger sister, and they're very opposing characters, but they're each getting their own love story. So I like the fact that there's a dual love story, and one of them is a second chance romance, and I think that there might be a fake relationship coming, so that's awesome. But I'm on chapter 11 of 31, so I have 5 hours left in the audiobook, and I'm listening to it at twice the speed. It's definitely a pleasant surprise though, because I hadn't heard anything about it. I just saw it at the bookstore and picked it up on a whim, but I'm glad that it's turning out the way that it is because it's definitely turning out very well so far. Good morning and happy Tuesday. So I'm just about to head to the gym. It's by my old house. I used to do personal training there, and I still have a few sessions that I'm trying to use up, so then I won't have to drive 20 minutes, which is kind of far to go to the gym. But yeah, today I think I have like 3 left after today, but yesterday I didn't end up doing any more reading. I'm hoping to a little bit when I get home, but I do have some video editing to do, so I don't really know what's gonna happen, but we'll see. Hello everyone. So it's Wednesday and it's just about afternoon. I am editing my vlog that was supposed to go up on Monday, but it was delayed a little bit. My hair's wet. I had a shower. I don't think it's gonna dry nicely. It just feels like it's gonna kind of be a little bit blog, but I guess we're gonna work with it. Anyways, like I said last night, I wanted to make a plan for today, so that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm planning out the rest of my week because I have so much to do that I really need to just hunker down and get myself organized so then I can get all that stuff done. But I did read a little bit of Wolf by Wolf last night. I was on page 47 and now I'm on page 57. So I read 10, oh my god, 10 is what I meant to say, 10 pages, which obviously isn't a lot, but it's better than nothing, you know. I just kind of forgot about reading yesterday, which is weird, but now I'm sitting down with my coffee, figuring out all the stuff that I have to do today, which is going to be a lot, and then I'm going to plan out the rest of my week, which is also going to be a lot. So I'm kind of getting stressed, a little bit overwhelmed, and I'm definitely going to need to be productive. I have my 2 friends with me, as you saw. Wait, where is he? He's somewhere over there, and then Sputnik is in the chair, but yeah, they're helping me. He actually is being good, so he's occupying himself, which is very helpful. But yeah, I need to figure myself out. What else is new? Honestly, at this point it wouldn't be a vlog if I didn't have to figure myself out. Whatever. So another quick phone/car update. One, I'm not wearing like a colored lipstick, I'm just wearing like a lip balm that's glossy, and it is making me look like I'm dead. I kind of hate it. It does have some color to it, but apparently it's not showing on my lips. But I'm just about to go out and get cheese because I'm making mac and cheese tonight and I don't have the right kind of cheese, so gotta go and get some cheese. I just threw on some quick makeup, but while I was doing that, I listened to some more of the Guide to Happily Ever After. Is it the Key to Happily Ever After? I think it's the Key to Happily Ever After, actually, now that I think about it. But I think I'm like 3/4 of the way through with it, but I like
the fact that you get to hear from the two sisters, which I mentioned before. I do wish you got to hear from the other sister a bit more. I would like to know more about her. I think Pearl, the younger sister, is my favorite right now, but I do like the fact that it's focusing on the older sister and the younger sister, and that kind of dichotomy I find to be very interesting. But now I'm gonna go and get cheese.
I got my cheese and I made my mac and cheese, so I actually just have it sitting on the stove right now, but I added some broccoli to it to get some veggies in there. But I am going to bake it later because I like putting breadcrumbs on top of it. Like, I don't like it without breadcrumbs. I know that that is a very controversial thing, but I don't understand how you could like it without breadcrumbs. Like, it's just so delicious with that on top. So I'm actually going to wait a little bit to bake it because I don't want to eat it quite yet, but I wanted to have it ready. But now I have some time, so I'm going to do a little bit of reading because I only have a little bit of time. I was multitasking earlier. I was editing a video and replying to emails and doing all that stuff, but now I kind of want to take a teeny tiny break and do a little bit of reading. So it's a little bit later in the day. I did do actually a little bit of reading, but my book is in the bedroom, so let me go and get that so then I can figure out how much reading I did. I don't think I actually did a lot, but I am planning on doing some more later. So I'm on page 85 and I think I was on page 67, 57 maybe? I don't know for sure. But point is, I did a little bit of reading, but I'm actually almost finished with my audiobook. So I have that much left. So I have some other stuff to do, like laundry to put away and fold and stuff like that. Charlie can hear me talking, so it's kind of waking him up. But I cleaned up my office a little bit, which is nice because it was kind of messy. I just realized I never really showed you guys the chair, but wait for it. That's the chair. Fun times. The cat's usually in it, so you guys have kind of seen it. I've just never like specifically shown you it. He doesn't cry in his crate anymore. It's just because he can hear me talking that he's like, hello, I'm awake now. But it is 10 p.m. and I do have quite a bit of energy, so I'm going to see if I can maybe make a solid dent in this, maybe finish it. If not, I'm definitely going to try and finish it tomorrow morning. It's going to depend on how long the things that I have to do that I can listen to an audiobook while doing them will take. So now it's time to get to work. That's how I feel about work too, Charlie. Hello everyone and happy Thursday. So it's hard to believe that it's Thursday. For some reason, I feel like it's like Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. I don't know. I feel like it's way earlier in the week. But last night I did a lot of cleaning and walking around the house. And while I was doing that, I listened to my audiobook. So I ended up finishing it. So I am done with The Key to Happily Ever After. And I did enjoy it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I think where I'm kind of confused about it is that I feel like the romance took a backseat and it was mostly about the family and the sisters and their business. And I didn't mind that because like the family business did have to do with romance. It's just the main romance plot lines I don't feel like I was as invested in as I could have been. But it was still an enjoyable read. I did like the characters. I liked that sister relationship and seeing more of the business and the wedding stuff. But I just think that I wish we had seen a little bit more of Pearl and Marie's romances. I think that those should have been a little bit more prevalent in the story. And also, it's kind of weird to me that the middle sister was just like completely left out. I mean, she did have a part in the story and she did have some key things, but still for the most part, it wasn't really about her. But this was a solid listen, and I do have the author's next book. I have an arc of it, so I will definitely be reading that. So I haven't quite moved on to new audiobook yet. I'm not sure exactly what I want to listen to, but I did get a package in the mail, so I'm gonna open this. I do know I don't want to go for an adult romance for my audiobook. I want to go for something else. Charlie is having teething struggles right now. Usually I give him a toy at this point, but I don't have any. But I know it's in here, but I still will unbox it for you guys. Wow. I actually showed you guys this at the beginning of the vlog, but here I have 2 of the books that I ordered that are already out. The other ones, I'm still waiting for them to come out. So we've got Crescent City, which I repurchased because it was a lot cheaper. So I decided to save a little bit of money and repurchase it. And then I also got Undercover Bromance by Lisa K. Adams. Super excited to read this. I'm glad that I read, what was it called? The Bromance Book Club recently, and then I didn't really have to wait for this one because it would have been a sad wait because I did enjoy the first book so much, and I am looking forward to hearing more about the characters in this one. What is his name even? I know it's Liv, which is Thea's sister from the first book, and then Brayden, who was just like a whole lot in the first book, so I'm excited for them to get their own story. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. It also looks like they're reading like a spy sort of romance novel. It's called like The Protector or something, based on the cover at least, so that should be a fun time. I do have some writing stuff to get done today, so that's what I'm going to do first, and then I will get into reading a little bit later. So it's later Thursday night. I'm laying in bed in my pajamas. It's actually only 10 p.m, so it's kind of early for me to be in bed, but I have just been reading some more of Wolf by Wolf. I am on page 138 now, so I'm making a solid, like, decent amount of progress, but I'm not really as far as I would like to be. Also, I accidentally grated my thumb. It's horrible. I got a new grater and zester, just a handheld one, and I was trying to grate Parmesan cheese over my pasta, and it went horribly wrong. Like, it bled so much. So yeah, that's why I have a giant band-aid on my thumb, because the entire side of my thumb is just like destroyed. But anyways, that's not the point. I'm here with Sputnik, who is trying to play with the string on my camera, but I was talking about books. Also, to clarify, I did not eat the pasta because there's definitely some pieces of my skin in it. That's disgusting. Right now, they are on the race, and it's kind of a little bit boring right now because it's just kind of like racing, trying to get ahead, trying to like that sort of thing. But I like how the then portions, so from when she was in the camp, are peppered throughout a little bit more at this point. She just like pounced on it, but there's some more of that, which is keeping it interesting, and I am still super invested in the story. I'm having a great time reading it. It's very interesting, and I have no clue where the story is actually going to go, but I'm liking the fact that things are kind of starting to come together from the past, and that it's pretty early on and that's happening already. I enjoy that I know what happens to some of the characters that she mentioned, and that it is going like wolf by wolf, because she has these tattoos of wolves over where her number was from being in the camp. So each of the wolves represents a person, and you're finding out about those people, but you're finding out pretty early on about some of those key characters, which is kind of a nice refreshing change. Over the next couple of days, I'm going to do quite a bit of reading in this, so then I can get it done and finish my 2 books for the week. I haven't started a new audiobook yet. I kind of want to try and check off another one of my TBR challenges, because the only one that I've done so far is, I don't even know which one I did. I can't remember, but I did one of them for sure. But I want to get a fantasy and a sequel off, so I'm kind of debating starting Come Tumbling Down by Seanan McGuire, which I don't even physically own the book for yet. I'm waiting to see if it's going to show up on Book Outlet, because her books do show up there every now and again, but it's only a 3-hour long audiobook, so it's going to be a super quick listen, and I feel like it's kind of cheating, but I'm okay with that, especially because next week I don't know if I'm going to be able to read as much. My sister's supposed to be visiting. I'm not sure if she's actually going to be able to, just because of everything that's happening with coronavirus and everything. I don't know if she will be able to, but we'll see. So if she's not able to, then next week will be just a regular reading week, but if she is, I won't have as much reading time, but we shall see. For now, I'm going to do some more reading, and also I'm working on putting together some at-home workout plans, so then if things do get really bad, just in case to have, so then I can keep up with like being healthy and taking care of myself, but not actually have to leave the house and go to the gym. Now it is time to do a little bit of reading. Hey guys, so it is Friday and it is 2:30 p.m. I have honestly spent most of my day and my morning planning out meals and stuff, which sounds ridiculous, but it took me a very long time for some reason. Well, I'm not even done yet, but it's been taking me a very long time, okay? Like, planning 2 weeks worth of meals takes a long time. But I also went through the freezer to see what we had, and I'm gonna like use the stuff that's in the freezer and everything, because I don't want to like monopolize resources and stuff. I just feel like the panic is ridiculous, and I am just out here trying to like use what I have basically. But I did also start off my morning with reading, which I had said I wanted to do. So I was reading Wolf by Wolf and I am on page 245, so I've made decent progress with it for sure. Last night I read to page 207 or something like that, so I don't know how many pages that makes it that I read yesterday, maybe 100, but I don't remember where I was when I started. But I did look and I figured it out, and if I read at least 57 pages per day for the next 3 days, then I will be able to finish this book on time, which is exciting, and I should definitely be able to do that. I've already almost read my 57 pages for today, this morning. I do plan on doing some more reading tonight after Drag Race, because I go to my parents' house to watch Drag Race with my mom tonight, but after that I do plan on doing a little bit more reading. But I am also going to do groceries because I don't want to do it when like it's super busy. But next week I will be able to read quite a bit because unfortunately my sister is going to have to postpone her trip. Like things just keep getting worse and everything, so it doesn't make sense for her to come. So I think I may actually start Mistborn next, but I do need to finish this first, but I was kind of thinking ahead. I also have started a new audiobook, so I started listening to Come Tumbling Down, which I mentioned I thought I was going to start, and it's super quick, so I've just been listening to that while I am planning my meals and doing all that stuff, and I should be able to finish that today, if not definitely tomorrow, because it's a super short audiobook. So I'm going to finish planning out my menu and then making my grocery list so then I can be organized and ready to attack the grocery store, but not like everyone else has been. Also, I did gauze up my thumb, so that's fun. It's a problem though, because it's like the thumb that I used to swipe up to open my phone, and now I can't. It's so annoying.
Hello. So it's noisy because 1, I live by a school, 2, I live in an area where there's a lot of traffic, so fun times. But it's actually pretty much nice enough outside to read outside. It's kind of a little bit cold, but Charlie wants to be outside, so we're chilling outside, and I'm reading a little bit while he explores the backyard because he absolutely loves it out here. And here we have a wild Charlie in his habitat, exploring, looking for rabbit poop to eat. Classic.
My hair is huge because I had it half up, half down, and then I took it down, and whenever I do that, it's just like very voluminous and literally giant. So hi everyone, it is Friday night. I have had an interesting night. I watched Drag Race. I went out for Chinese with my parents, went to my parents' house to watch Drag Race, and then I went for groceries, which took me like 2 hours. It took so long because the lines were ridiculous. People are panicking, but I do have provisions for a while, so I'm happy about that. I really didn't need to get that much. I pretty much got like my usual groceries, but a lot less meat and stuff because there was absolutely none. It was yikes. Anyways, I don't remember when I updated you guys last with my reading, but I'm on page 277 of Wolf by Wolf. It's 1 in the morning somehow. I don't really know when that happened, but I'm going to read before bed and then just kind of like fall asleep, pass out, all that jazz. But I did get some mail today, so I got some book mail that I'm not going to show you guys. I'll just show you guys the pile, but I have a book outlet haul that's coming up and all my books came in today, but the one that you guys can see is the reason I wanted to show you. So I actually purchased the sequel for Wolf by Wolf because I was enjoying it so much that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take the chance, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna buy the sequel. And the sequel is very big, super chunky, but I'm really excited to read it. I mean, I haven't even finished this one, but honestly, I feel like it's been so long since I've read historical fiction, and I've definitely missed it and didn't even realize that I was missing it. And this one is just so fascinating because it does have that alternate history aspect to it, which I've never read anything like that before. So I'm liking it a lot, and I don't know where this one is going to end, but I have a feeling it's going to be one where I'm going to want to pick this one up pretty much right afterwards. I actually also got another book by that same author in that haul, so I got Invictus as well. And yeah, I'll talk about that more when I actually do that book haul, which should be pretty soon. Sputnik has come for a visit. What's up, little lady? How you doing? She was sitting in her favorite chair, which is the new chair that I bought, but now she's just wandering around and hanging out. like a good little girl. Things have started to get even more interesting in this book. There have been some kind of twists that I wasn't really expecting. Some characters whose morals are a little bit different than I was anticipating, and I feel like a lot of gray area is being explored right now, and that's definitely very interesting to read about, but I only have this much left, so hopefully I should be able to finish it tomorrow, depending on how much I'm able to read tonight. Hopefully that will be quite a bit, but I don't really know. For now, I'm gonna go and do some reading and then just go to bed because that sounds lovely right now. Hey guys, happy Saturday. So today is kind of just a chill day. I'm just not really doing anything. I don't really have a game plan for the day. I just made dinner. I made it early because it has to marinate for a little bit, so I have like this instant marinator thing where you like vacuum out the air and then it marinates it quicker, because I had wanted to marinate it last night, but that just didn't end up happening, so I'm improvising. But I did read a little bit more of Wolf by Wolf last night. I am on page 306 now, so I should be able to finish it today, hopefully. That's kind of what I want to try and do, is read for a little bit and see if I can actually get it finished. But I did actually finish another book. So I finished listening to the audiobook for Come Tumbling Down by Seanan McGuire, which I kind of just picked up on a whim. It's the, is it the 4th or the 5th? I'm not sure, but it's the next installment in the Wayward Children series, which is essentially an adult fantasy story that's all about these children who went to different places like Wonderland, or like these different worlds that, you know, characters in books go to. And it's about what happens when they go back to reality and just their life and everything. But all of the books are very short, and this book was no exception. The audiobook was 3 hours long, which is not very long, especially since I listened to it on twice the speed. So it was an 1.5 hour long audiobook. So it definitely wasn't a very hard listen. My problem with the series, and I just keep continuing with it because they are so short and they are so quick, that I am like interested enough to see what's going to happen, but because the books are so short, it's hard to really get a feel for the characters and a connection with them, or get the full story arc or character development that I'm looking for with a story. I will probably continue with the series just because I'm this far, but like they don't stand out to me as books that I really love, even though I know there are a lot of people out there who love them. I just think they're okay reads, and I just kind of listen to them when I want something quick that's pretty easy, but like honestly it's just very quick to listen to. I do think that this one had some interesting developments and I enjoyed it more than the previous one, but I do still think I would give it like a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Charlie says hello, by the way, from my lap where he's just chilling right now, being a good boy. You're such a good boy. What a good boy. Now you're too excited though. But I think I'm going to head up to the office, and unfortunately I'm going to have to kick Sputnik out of my reading chair and do some more reading, because I just want to know what's going to happen in this book. Like, I'm liking it so much that I just need to know. Later, and I actually finished this book. I like flew through the last little bit because there was so much happening. Like, it was just one thing after the other, action-packed, but it was awesome. It ended how I expected to, not in what happened. Like, I had no clue what was going to happen, didn't anticipate any of the plot twists. What I mean is it ended like what is going to happen in the next book. That's what I was expecting, because it was such a high stakes situation. There were so many things that could have happened, and like I just knew that it was going to end on kind of a cliffhanger, and it definitely did. So I'm really happy that I have this. I think I might put it on my TBR for next month, because I don't want to wait too long to read it, because you know me, that's what I always do. So I would like to try to get to it soon, but I am going to take a little bit of a break in between. But I think this is 5 out of 5 stars. Honestly, it was so cool. Definitely very underrated. Like, it's such a unique story, and I loved the author's note as well. She talks about how she wrote this story because a lot of the things that happen in it, like she was talking about how some people might say it's pointless to reimagine this tragic thing that could have been but wasn't, so why think about it? But it does have implications that makes you think about things that are happening today. A lot of the racism is not a thing of the past, and I just thought that the author's note did add a lot to the story and was very interesting to read as well. So if you are going to read this, I would recommend reading that afterwards and not skipping it. But I just was so shocked by this book, and I'm really glad that I read it and finally gave it a chance because it was awesome. Charlie is chewing on his bone. Where is he? He's there. You can hardly see him. Also, I got a stool. I mentioned in my last vlog that I wanted to get something to like put my feet up on, but also like have a plant on it. I haven't gotten the plant yet, but I got the stool. It's an IKEA stool. It's super easy. I just got it from Amazon since we don't have IKEA, but it's perfect for what I was looking for because I can use it as like a side table, but also something to put my feet up on, and it just works. Like eventually when we move somewhere bigger, then I will have enough room to get like an actual ottoman that will match this chair, which will be nice, but for now it definitely does the trick. Now, like I said, I have dinner marinating, so I am making, what am I making? What was it again? Oh, chicken satay curry. So it's not like a traditional chicken satay recipe. It's kind of mixing the peanut sauce into a curry. It sounds really good, but I'm excited to make it. So I think I might actually make that now. Then I'm going to start my next read, which is going to be Mistborn, because my sister's not coming to visit anymore. I feel prepared to read Mistborn, so I think I'm gonna try and start that tonight. Also, I actually have to start an audiobook because I finished both of my reads today, so I will start an audiobook. Not sure what I'm going to listen to, but I'll take a look at my TBR, where I'm at with challenges and stuff, and go from there because I can't really remember. So I'm just doing a little bit of video planning right now because I wanted to write down my notes for Wolf by Wolf while it was still fresh in my brain. So I think I'm actually going to plan out my April TBR because I'm feeling motivated to do that. But I was looking at my challenges for my March TBR to see what I've done, and I only have one more challenge left to do, and shocking to no one, that's the big book challenge. So a book that's more than 400 pages. I just hesitate to read big books. I have like an intense fear of them that I'm trying to get over, but I did technically complete all my other challenges, and Mistborn will complete my big book challenge as long as I can finish it. So for backlisted book, Wolf by Wolf completed that. Sequel, Come Tumbling Down, that also counted as my fantasy, but I would like to try and read a different fantasy. So I mean, Mistborn will also be a fantasy, so that counts too. And if I can read another sequel is honestly the one, because Come Tumbling Down was kind of cheating for that one. I don't even own the book yet, but I wanted to make sure, like I was feeling like I was pretty behind on my challenges, so I wanted to make sure I got that challenge. So I think I might try and listen to an audiobook sequel, see if I have any. But anyways, for an arc, I read All Your Twisted Secrets last week, and American Royals last week also counted for my new release because it was released in the latter part, I believe, of 2019. So it was released in the past year, so I'm counting it, and that's all the challenges. I think I'm staring at my computer. That's why I'm staring like slightly past. But I need to show you Charlie because he looks like the cutest little thing right now. Like, I cannot. I've been using this blanket because I need one for there. Like, I have my Alice in Wonderland one, but I haven't taken it out yet. But I just put it on the ground and he has like curled into it. Hi, Charlie. You're so happy there. What a sleepy boy. Have a nap, buddy. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to do some video planning now, I guess, because I don't know. Why not? Hey everyone, so it's Sunday night. I'm just going to close out this reading vlog. I didn't do any vlogging today because I didn't really do any reading. I actually filmed my bookshelf tour, which, just before I talk about what I read this week, I wanted to mention that if you guys have any videos that you want to see, because I know so many people are on quarantine and there's a lot of panic and stress, so if there's anything that I can make, any content I can make to ease your anxiety. I know a lot of people are saying stuff with Charlie. I just don't know what kind of video to do with him. So if you have any ideas or just any videos in general that you would like to see that might help you get through this next little bit, please comment them down below. I'm going to do my bookshelf tour. I was originally going to have it go up in 2 weeks, but I'm going to try and have it go up this coming Thursday. So I feel like that is something that you guys want to see, and then I'll have some recommendations videos coming out. So I'm just trying to do like whatever I can to help you guys, and honestly, making videos and being productive is kind of helping me too. So yeah, but getting back to what I read this week, so I ended up finishing 3 books total, which I'm super happy with. I haven't done that in a very long time, it feels like, but I don't know, maybe it was more recent, but it feels like it's been a long time. So first, I finished the audiobook for The Key to Happily Ever After by Tiff Marcella, which I gave a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Next, I finished Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Groudon, which I gave a 5 out of 5 stars. And finally, I finished listening to the audiobook for Come Tumbling Down by Seanan McGuire, Fire, which I gave a 2.5 out of 5 stars. So as usual, I only give you my ratings at the end of vlogs. I will go more into depth in my thoughts in a recent reads video, which should be coming out soon. So thank you guys so much for watching this week's reading vlog. I hope that you all are managing with everything that's going on and staying healthy, and just know that that is what's important. And I'm going to try and kind of see if there's anything I can do to help you guys out in terms of entertainment and making content. But I will be doing another reading vlog next week, so maybe that will be something that you can look forward to. But I hope you all have a good week despite everything that's going on. So I will see you guys next week. Bye.